Okay, we're getting ready to start our day in the booth. So, gotta stay hydrated. All right, today I'm going to do a little warmth and care. I've got some choices here between voiceovers to show warmth and care, anger and frustration, fear and anxiety, wonder and reflection, sadness and loss. Let's see what I can do with warmth and care. So I've got to select my scripts here. This one is, let's try one that's sympathetic, see how that goes. Okay, the instructions I have for this, it's sympathetic. I'm a technical writing intern in a collaborative work session with senior engineers, seated at a shared workspace, referencing a laptop and comprehensive product and documentation files. Emotional state, genuinely sympathetic and eager to help colleagues overcome confusion. Speech context, clarify a misunderstood technical process after noticing a common error in the draft manual. And the vocal direction, speak with warm clarity, occasionally rising in pitch to express empathy. Let your explanations flow naturally, sounding reassuring and attentive to the listener's concerns. So I've got to be sympathetic and warm clarity. Now, I read you that whole thing as far as those are all of my instructions. I'm not going to read you all of them next time I do this, but at least now you have a framework to see how I need to do these things. So we're going to go ahead and take a shot. So my key points: genuinely sympathetic and warm clarity. Okay, genuinely sympathetic. Yeah, I do that. All right, so let's see how this goes. Now, in this direction or in this script, it has parts where I need to build energy at the start, build energy at the end. I need to chuckle. I need to slow down at the start and the end. So there's directions throughout this script that I'm looking at. Actually, I'll take a screenshot of this so that you can see that. And I'll take a screenshot of the directions that I just read for the scenario. So now I have those two things to add in here with this video. All right, so I'm sympathetic. All right, so let's get this. Oh, hey, I noticed a lot of folks are getting tripped up on the initialization sequence in section 2.4, especially around configuring the diagnostic mode. So the system actually needs you to set the firmware toggle first, then power cycle the module. I can add a step-by-step call out in the draft if that helps clear things up for everyone. Honestly, it's easy to misread, or those self-tests just won't run. All right, so that was the actual recorded read. Now, I have to read the script again that was a normal sympathetic, and now I have to read it with more intensity of that emotion, or strong intensity of that emotion. So we're going to do this here now. The reason I drink so much water during the day is because your mouth will make noise, like mouth clicks and just general mouth noise. And so that goes into the mic. So I want to make sure that that's not there. And I have this mic set the way that it's set so that I'm off kilter of it, and I have to look down to read the script. So that's why the mic is in the position that it's in. When I'm looking at the video, it actually looks a lot farther away than it actually is. Don't know why, but anyway, okay, this is how far the mic is away from my mouth. It's that far. That's it. Hands, this far, which is about, 6 inches or so, 5-6 inches. This read has to be a little bit more intense of that emotion of sympathetic. Oh, hey, I noticed a lot of folks are getting tripped up on the initialization sequence in section 2.4, especially around configuring the diagnostic mode. It's easy to misread. The system actually needs you to set the firmware toggle first, then power cycle the module, or those self-tests just won't run. I can add a step-by-step call out in the draft if that helps clear things up for everyone. That was just a little bit more intense on the sympathetic. Rate me on that. Let me know what it is that you think about this. Now, in this, I'm still within the same scripts that I have to read. The first one, again, is normal sympathetic, and then it's intensified sympathy. And now this third one that I have to read for this project, it's at that same intensity level for sympathetic, but I haven't read the script yet. A lot of times it's not even a script that should be read sympathetic, but they want you to read it in that same passion level as I did the last one. I'll read through this one first and see how I can do on this before I record it. Sometimes you dive in thinking it's all going to be straightforward, but then, bam, there's nuance hiding in everything, right? Still, if we keep questioning, experimenting, and reflecting, don't you think we can actually find smarter ways to grow? Let's push a little further. What's the most surprising thing you've learned lately? I'm gonna take a screenshot of this because there were vocal directions in there, and you can see those, the that I said at the beginning, the slow down at the start, speed up at the start, a sigh that's in there, and the whisper at the end. Okay, let's see if this audio is accepted, because I have to wait until it uploads and see if, anything. Okay, it was accepted. So all of them were accepted on the first go round, just in regards to when I started, how I started, and if there's any background noise or anything like that. But I don't usually run into those issues because I'm in this enclosed space. All right, so that's basically how my days are spent. You get a script and you pick an emotion, you get a script, you see the directions, and then all you have to do is read it at a normal level for that emotion, and then a heightened level for that emotion. And then you get a third script that has nothing to do with that emotion, but you have to make it sound as intense as the last one that you read. And so I go through this about, on an average day, well, on a normal day, 7 to 8 hours. I'm in here recording, and this is all paid work, so this is good. Everything that I'm doing for 7 to 8 hours a day, I'm getting paid for, and it's really good. It's a good income. So I'm completely grateful that I have this going on. I'll be sharing more of these types of things and letting you guys into the world that I'm in right now. So thanks for watching. Give me your review of how you think I did the voiceover, and I'll put in this video as well. You'll see the scripts and the direction and all of that stuff, so we can go from there. Thanks for watching, you guys. You have an amazing day.